All right, so it says line G has an equation of this and is perpendicular to the given line. What would the slope be of your new line? Well, if my original slope was 2 over 3, then my perpendicular slope would be negative 3 over 2. And they said find the distance from the line y equals 2x to the point this, round to the nearest hundred. This is the one where you have to use the 3-step. So first you have to find, remember the 3 steps. Step 1 was find the perpendicular equation. Step 2 was use the transitive property to solve for a point. And step 3 was use the distance formula between your original point and your new point. OG point and new point. This is only for the honors classes. So this question right here is only for the honors classes. And it's going to be the exact same one down here. So because I have a little more space down here, you'll see the answer to this one right here. But because I have a little more space down here, I'm going to go ahead and do this one right here. So now, again, these are the 3 steps. You find the perpendicular equation, use the transitive property, solve for a point, and then use the distance between the OG point and this point that you got here. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Find the distance. So first I need the perpendicular slope because I'm trying to write a perpendicular line. My perpendicular slope, if this is negative 1 over 2, my perpendicular slope is just 2. So my equation is y equals 2x plus b, and then I have to plot or plug in this point. So then I have 5 equals 2 times negative 1 plus b. 5 equals negative 2 plus b. 5b equals 7. So my equation is y equals 2x plus 7. So that's step 1 done. Then I have to use the transitive property, which means if I have 2 equations where they both equal y, I just set them equal to each other. Negative 1/2 x is equal to 2x plus 7. Like that. Because my original equation was y equals negative 1/2 x, this equation is y equals 2x plus 7. So therefore, I just use the transitive property to cut out the middlemen to get rid of the y's, and then I set them equal to each other. So now I want to get rid of the fraction, so I'm going to multiply everything by 2. So this leaves me with negative 1x. This leaves me with 4x, and this leaves me with 14. Then I have to combine the x's, but this has to move to the other side. So I have negative 5x equals 14. So then if negative 5x equals 14, then x equals negative 14 over 5. Now I need to plug this in. So I got to plug this in order, and let me just make sure I didn't make a mistake. That's 2, that's x, good. Now I got to plug this point in to find my y. So I plug this point in to find my y into either of the 2 equations. I'm just going to plug it into this one just because. So then I'm plugging in the point, because remember, a point has an x and a y. So y equals 2 times negative 14 over 5 plus 7. Y equals, that's negative 28 over 5 plus 7. Y equals negative 28 over 5 plus 35 over 5. I just transformed this 7. Whoops, it's not clear. All right. I just transformed this 7 by changing it to a denominator of 5. Then I go ahead and combine this 2. This gives me y equals 7 over 5. That's the 7 over 5 right there. And then I go ahead and write it as a point. So this is negative 14 over 5, comma 7 over 5. Now I can go ahead and change this into a decimal if I want to work with decimals instead of fractions. Let me just move this up right here. But what my last step to do is to find the distance between, and let me change this into a decimal and get my handy dandy calculator. So then when I change this into decimal, it is negative 2.8 and 1.4. And I just go ahead and do the distance formula, and you'll see on the answer key what the answer will be.